Hey, man, roll the window down.
Road right now, I know my rights. Please back up. You're making it worse. I'm about to die.
Talk to us for a minute.
Is he driving?
Yeah.
He got a flat tire. And good luck, he got a knife to his neck right now.
That clip is from an hours-long incident in Detroit on Thanksgiving Day. Members of the crisis intervention team responded and spoke with that suicidal man for hours until he was comfortable getting out of his truck and allowing police to help him get the care he needed. So far this year, Detroit police have responded to more than 15,000 critical incidents. And here's how the rest of that day played out.
We're going to get you that help. All we need you to do is just put the knife outside the window. That's the only way we can get the medics here, if we tell them that it's clear and no weapon is here. We're going to protect you. Listen, my partners and I are going to protect you, Sam.
I need water and coffee.
Water and coffee.
And cigarettes.
And cigarettes.
I can't fight this pain without it.
Okay. Your PTSD is hitting you hard, okay? And nobody should have to do that alone. You're not alone in that. You don't have anything near you that's going to hurt me, right? I'm by myself with you right now. You're not going to hurt me? Will you step out with me? No? Okay. But I need to know that there's nothing near you that can hurt me. Where's that big sharp knife you have?
I'm sitting on.
Can you throw it in the windowsill? Can you please put it further? Okay.
It's not close enough.
But can you, in the corner of the window? Thank you. Thank you.
I can't get 3 meals a day ever.
Do you want a beef stick? Yeah?
I need protein so bad and they keep on checking.
My man, protein, that's what I'm saying. Hey, I got a beef stick in my lunchbox. Will you grab that? I can help you walk too if you need it, okay?
And here with us now are two of the responding officers that day, Sergeant Brian George, as well as Corporal Justine Wheeler and Captain Tanya Leonard Gilbert, all from the Crisis Intervention Team. Thank you all so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having us.
So, Corporal Wheeler, I'd like to start with you. We hear your voice so much in that body cam video.
Yes, ma'am.
To someone like me or many of our viewers, this seems like an extraordinary situation. But as I mentioned earlier, this is something you guys are seeing somewhat frequently, correct?
Yes, and especially around the holidays.
Yeah.
Especially around the holidays.
What goes through your head when you're approaching a person who is in deep crisis like that?
You know, instantly it's just about what can I do to de-escalate the situation, to calm them down, so that way we can get to that action plan part.
Yeah. We heard you offer him a beef stick, which almost seems a little strange in that moment. What is that about?
So, the officers in this specialized unit are CIT trained, and our goal in this unit is to show empathy, to show patience, to show care and concern. And sometimes when someone is experiencing a crisis, the little things can go a long way. A sip of water, a cup of hot coffee. Some of our teammates were running to get a cup of hot coffee to the scene, and food, just to help calm the nervous system and to help them feel better in the moment.
Sergeant George, you guys are seeing people very often on the worst day of their life. How do you keep that in perspective when you're approaching a situation like this?
Well, we use our training. Our training is huge, but our perspective, you know, our chief has set a clear vision that, hey, let's help our people. Force, sometimes it can be ugly, right? It's not pretty. And so how can we use our patience? How can we use our tactics? But really ensure people understand when they're in crisis, we're here to help them. Yeah. And I think on Thanksgiving Day, that's what we did for that subject in crisis.
Yeah. Captain, we're talking about 15,000 incidents a year. That seems shocking. And an increase around the holidays. Why do you think that is?
So certainly around the holiday time, people oftentimes have lost loved ones or experienced a traumatic incident. They're lonely, just a lot of different things that go on. So oftentimes we'll see obviously an uptick in those that are in crisis and suffering from maybe a behavioral health need or a mental health need. So this unit is so important. So grateful that we were able to get it started. You know, our chief has allowed us to centralize it under one umbrella, which has allowed these officers to be able to do just what they did on Thanksgiving. Take that time to be able to engage the person, de-escalate, and we don't have to rush through it. So as you saw Officer Wheeler and you saw Sergeant George reach to get things and just say, hey, we have time, that's why.
Yeah. What does it mean to you to be able to have a unit like this? We've talked about it a little bit before. We've had you on the show before talking about it, and this is different. For viewers who don't already know, this is a totally separate unit. These aren't your everyday officers you're seeing on the streets.
Absolutely. It means everything. So I have 28 years on the job, and when I first came on, we didn't have a specialized unit like this. So this is amazing. As we all know, it's a national crisis. So being able to have a specialized, centralized task force that partners with Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network and our provider partners and hospitals and all of the different stabilization units to be able to collectively work to address people that are in need, that are suffering from a mental health crisis is amazing, because we can't arrest our way out of it. It's not appropriate oftentimes to take them to the hospital. They need actual intervention and de-escalation and being able to go to specialized facilities that can assist them. So I think it means everything.
Yeah, this has been a conversation for years, that sometimes your typical police response is not appropriate for a crisis situation. Corporal Wheeler, what does it mean to you to be able to be in this separate unit and to be received differently than another officer might be?
It means everything. It's an absolute honor to be in a unit that is solely dedicated to this population. It's about passion. It's all heart. And I think I speak, for everyone in the unit. This is what we love to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you guys have enough resources, enough people and manpower to handle the great need out there?
Well, certainly we are in phase one of our launch. The chief, again, allowed us to centralize. We knew when we first started off, we piloted like in 2020, and we were running it in a different way out of our precincts. We learned from that through our partners and several meetings and things, and was able to centralize. And so our first phase, we were able to centralize and launch with 18 officers, a lieutenant and 2 sergeants and myself. Now we are looking to expand. We are actually in strategy mode to be able to onboard some additional officers and some additional outreach providers to be able to expand our reach, expand our coverage and our times that we're out there, so that we can definitely service that population that needs us. And I'm sure that it hits home for everybody in our unit as well as the community, because we all know someone who's suffering.
All right, and I do want to look forward and comment on the man that we just saw in crisis. We spoke during the commercial break, and you've checked in with him since. How's he doing now?
Yes, I followed up with his family, and the word is that he was able to be referred from the hospital into a long-term placement, so that way he can get the extra help that he needs.
Yeah, really could have gone another way. We appreciate everything you all do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.